Well, they don't get it done, but boy, oh boy, one hell of a third coming up. Why couldn't they play 2 periods like they played that third? You know, they looked alive at least in the third. Really? I mean, you had the feeling it was going to be too little too late, right? But they really got my hopes up. And I thought Carolina got away with a late penalty there. Totally got away with that cross-check. Who was that cross-check on again? I think it was on Quinn, right? And I think it was Quinn. And I thought that was a penalty, really, that hit from behind. Okay, we will look at the numbers, talk about it. Let's get to it. All right, shots on goal, 35-22 Carolina, and that's a fair way to assess the game if you want to assess it by shots on goal. Sabres came back in the face-off circle after a while. They started strong, and then they were nowhere to be seen for 2 periods, it felt like, and then they were winning the face-offs again. So 52% Carolina, 48 Buffalo. Hurricanes 1 for 2 on the power play. Sabres 0 for 1. Hits in the game, 25-21 for Carolina. Blocks, 13 Carolina, 16 the Sabres. Giveaways, a lot of giveaways in the game, especially in that third. 24 giveaways Carolina, 25 Sabres. 7 takeaways apiece. Shots on goal per period. 10-6 first period in favor of Carolina. Carolina again in the second period, 15-5. So the Sabres look out of it going into this third. And surprisingly, they rallied after they let in an early goal. 11-10 Sabres in the third, 35-22 total. Scoring. All right, we go to Sebastian Aho from Svechnikov at 5-minute mark of the first. Makes it 1-0. Owen Power replies to that on a nice setup from Oslin. Makes it 1-1 at 8:18. We go to the second. Svechnikov from Miller and Ehlers at 4:34. Makes it 2-1 Carolina, and Kotkaniemi really with the backbreaker from Nystrom and Hall at 11:39. And really, that felt like the backbreaker at that point anyway. It wasn't, though. 3-1 Carolina going into the third. This was the backbreaker. Eric Robertson from Kotkaniemi and Legault, 29-second mark, early goal. Just a killer. It was just a killer. Sabres rally. Tuck from Thompson at 3:23. Cuts the lead to 4-2, and Tage brings us within a goal from McLeod and Tuck at 6:49, and it felt like the Sabres were actually going to tie this game. Not to be. As you see, Jarvis and Legault, 2 empty netters at 17:56 and 18:32, 6-3, that's your score. So it sucks, you know. It sucks they didn't play a full game. And showed up only in the third. That's just what I seen. They just didn't. The first 2 periods, they looked okay for about, I'd say, maybe 7-8 minutes during the first. Second period was a bad period. We've been bad in the second a few games now. And then the third, they woke up. They woke up. And they were lucky that we didn't tie the game. Really, they were lucky. But, I mean, guys, if you're going to play 50 or 45 bad minutes and then show up for 15, what are the odds you're going to win those games, right? I mean, we're not going to, we can't do that night after night. But I was still happy with the push. I got to say, I was happy the Sabres at least made a push in the game because it just looked like they were going to sleep right to the end, And especially when they made it 4-1, I was like, oh, brother, like this is getting stupid. I was just watching it just to see if there's any magic in them, And then when they made it 4-3, and we almost tied it 4-4. Sucks we didn't. It would have been a nice comeback tonight. It really would have been a nice comeback. So Sabres right now, guys, are game under 500. That sucks. Back to having a losing record again. And, as we march on, teams are going to start winning. The Sabres are going to flutter. Teams are going to pull away. We know the pattern. We don't have to be told. We know as Sabres fans what's coming if we go 0-4 on this trip. We know what's coming. So, I mean, look at the Habs. They're 10-3-2, folks. And look how quick they did that rebuild. Come on. You know what I mean? Come on. And Montreal really is just winning in all scenarios. They're coming back late. They're winning in overtime. They've only won 5 regulation games out of 15, but they've won 10 of them. And 2 other ones, they got points in. So 10-3-2, 3 regulation losses in 15 games. We played a soft team today. This bugs me that they out-hit us, okay? What was the hits, 25-21? Yeah, 25-21. Carolina is one of the worst hitting teams in hockey. This is why we came back in the third, really, in my opinion. They're not a very good hitting team at all. That's why they choke up every year in the playoffs. I'm just looking at other out-of-town stuff, guys, and scores. You know, don't hold your breath, folks, but the Bruins are rolling, okay? It's funny. They have one bad year, and maybe this year they might get it together and make the playoffs. Like the Bruins coming into this game in Toronto tonight had won 5 straight games, and they're on the cusp right now of winning 6. They're winning 5-3 in Toronto with 47 seconds left. And well, this is what happens, guys, when you have a culture, an atmosphere that we don't tolerate this. We don't tolerate losing here. And that's Boston. That's Boston. St. Louis is back to normal. They lost tonight to Seattle in St. Louis right after shutting out the Sabres. And the Rangers, folks, I have to mention this, got shut out at home again. Again. They've been shut out like 6 times at home this year. Let me just check the standings for a second. The Rangers at home this year are 0-6-1. I'm going to check it. I'm definitely going to check it because I know they were shut out last game at home again, and they were shut out again tonight. This is weird. But Drury is doing his best impression as a GM that Ralph Kruger did as a coach, it looks like, over there. He's not a good general manager. I don't get the Rangers getting rid of Gorton and getting this guy in. They took a perfect rebuild and screwed it up because of ownership. It was ownership that started all of that, pressuring them. They got to win the cup now. And, you know, this is owners, what they do. So, guys, that's it. The boys lose. It sucks. You know, it will be nice tomorrow to wake up to some good news from Sweden. I hope so. I really do. I hope we hear some good news. The truth is, we probably won't hear any good news right away if there is any. I'm sure this is just touch and go over there right now. So I guess we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to yak too much longer, guys. I want to go and watch... I'm going to watch a show or a movie or something, and I'm going to get this video out to you. And we got to prepare now to play in... We got Utah, and then we got Colorado back-to-back. All right? I would keep UPL for Colorado. He's had success with Colorado in the past. I would keep UPL for that game if it was up to me. I don't think Lindy's going to care about that one way or another, but at least we know it's going to be them getting the 2 starts. We already know that. And... we really got to get the first one. We got to win the game in Utah. We just got to win the game in Utah. We've got to keep the season alive. I don't want another long, dragged-out season where nothing happens. None of us do, okay? We're fed up with this. And tonight was predictable. This is what I didn't like about this game. It was predictable. I was hoping, though, I'd see something, and I got to see it in the third, but I was hoping the Sabres would do that for 60 minutes tonight. Really, guys. I was a little disappointed in them tonight, the way they came out in that game. Till the end. In the end, they showed a lot of guts. But hey, you know, do that all game. If you do that all game, you're going to play well. I mean, that's what they did when they beat Florida. They looked good all game that night. I mean, this is what we can't seem to grasp is the idea of being consistent, you know, on the ice. It's not okay to look bad for a period and look lost. It's just not okay. So leaving it there. I'm tired. I'll see you guys soon. The boys don't get this one, and we'll talk about whatever in the next video. It'll probably be a blue and gold next time I see you. Have a good night, guys.